Hi traders, so in the previous video I showed you how to set up PineConnector with MetaTrader 4. In today's video we're going to cover the exact same steps for MetaTrader 5. So this is my Pepperstone demo account client area. This broker offers MetaTrader 5. So now I'm going to download MetaTrader 5 and go through all of the steps we did in the previous video where I showed you how to set this up for MetaTrader 4. The steps are very similar. So I'm just going to save this file to my downloads folder. Then I'm going to install MetaTrader 5 just to the default directory. Click finish, close this web page, and MetaTrader 5 is installed. Now I just need to log in. To do that, I just click File, Log in to Trade Account. Then you need to find your broker's server. Mine's already listed here, so I can click Next. And then log in with an existing trading account. Paste over my ID and my password. Select the right server here, click Finish, and we're in. So just to make sure this is working, I'm just going to buy a euro dollar, just 0.01 lots. There we go, working perfectly fine. So now let's close this trade and install PineConnector. The steps are identical to MetaTrader 4. The first thing we need to do is open up our data folder. So File, Open Data Folder, open up MQL5, open up Experts. Now this is where we need to paste our Expert Advisor file. So let's go over to the PineConnector website, click on Download MT5 EA, save that to my Downloads folder, then browse to that folder, cut this file and paste it into my Experts folder here. Now I need to close MetaTrader 5 and reopen it so that the platform can load that script. MetaTrader 5. Now when we open up this little drop down box, the PineConnector EA should be in there. There we go. Now it's the same steps as before. I can close all of these windows, maximize this one. Now before we add this to the chart, we need to come up to Tools and then Options and adjust some of these settings. We need to go to the Expert Advisors tab, and then we need to allow algorithmic trading and allow DLL imports. Now these other settings are optional. I'm going to untick them. Now we can click OK. And now we can add the EA to our chart. If this window isn't open for you, just press Ctrl N, right click on the PineConnector EA and click Attach to Chart. Then we need to make sure that Allow DLL Inputs is enabled. Then we need to go to the Commons tab and make sure Allow Algo Trading is enabled. Then finally, we need to go to the Inputs tab and paste in our license ID into this text box here. So to do that, we need to go back to our account page on the PineConnector website, copy this license ID here, and paste that into that text box there. And then the next thing I need to do is change my target type to based on price and my volume type to percentage of account balance. Click OK. And there we go. If you have this message up here, that means that the Expert Advisor was successfully installed onto the platform, and this date is your expiry date for your free trial. So now we can go over to TradingView and test our command. I'm just going to test the same command that we wrote out in the previous video or previous lesson covering how to set up MetaTrader 4. The syntax, alert syntax, is identical between MT4 and MT5. So let's jump over to the TradingView platform. And this time I'm on Aussie dollar. Just for something a little bit different, I've changed my ticker to AUD USD. My risk to 1% of my account, and my stop loss is at 74 cents and take profit at 76 cents. Now remember, you will need to change your ticker ID based on whatever your platform, however your platform handles your ticker IDs. If you've watched my previous video lesson on MetaTrader 4, you'll know that my ticker IDs over there ended with a -2. So whenever I sent the ticker symbol to PineConnector, I had to add a -2 onto the end of my symbol. This particular broker, Pepperstone, does not have that formatting. I can just send the standard ticker ID to this platform. If the market you want to trade isn't listed here, just press Ctrl U, and that will bring up the symbols list. Now you can see that Pepperstone have a much better organized grouping name convention compared to the Oanda MetaTrader 4 platform. That was a mess. Now you need to make sure that the symbol you want to trade has this yellow little dollar sign next to it. So for example, if you wanted to trade Euro Aussie, I would need to double click on this to enable trading on this instrument. In this case, I'm trading a major pair Aussie dollar, which is already enabled. But just make sure that you write out the right ticker ID here. If you have weird symbols after or before the symbol name or the actual ticker, make sure to include that in your alert message. All right, so now I can click save and let's see if the alert will work. There we go, the alert just fired and I have an error. So I was doing some testing earlier and I'm not sure what is causing this error. If we open up the PineConnector documentation, scroll down to the very bottom and click on errors. If I click on that and scroll down to the MetaTrader 5 error codes section, you can see the list of errors here and their value. I'm getting error 4756, which means trade request sending failed. And this is apparently commonly caused by an unsupported filling mode. If this is the case, then I need to download a different copy of this expert advisor, or no prices, which means the symbol was not highlighted in yellow in symbol list. My symbol is definitely highlighted in yellow, so I'm guessing I'm getting this error here. I'm not sure what causes this error. The reason I've left all of this in this video, even though I'm getting this error, is because it's possible that your version of the latest EA does not have this problem on whichever platform and broker you're trading through. But for me, in order to fix this error, I need to click on download this copy of the EA, which is a different version of this PineConnector Expert Advisor. You can see that it's 2.025 instead of 2.03. So I'm going to save this file into my downloads folder. I'm going to come back to MetaTrader, close this error window, and I'm going to delete the PineConnector MT5 203 file. So just delete that Expert Advisor, click yes, close MetaTrader, open up my downloads folder, find this new MetaTrader 5 Expert Advisor file here, the 2.025. I'm going to cut that, open up my experts folder for MT5 and paste that in here. And now I need to do all of these steps again. So I need to open up MetaTrader 5 again. Now you can see that this Expert Advisor has been loaded, the 2.025 version. I'm going to just quickly open up the Aussie dollar market on my chart. And now I need to do all of these steps again. So I need to click on PineConnector, right click, attach to chart. I need to make sure allow DLL imports is selected. Then I need to make sure that allow algo trading is enabled. Then I need to go to inputs and paste my license ID in here. So let me go back to my account page, copy this number here, open up MetaTrader and paste it into my license ID. Now I'm also going to change my take profit to be based on price and my volume type to be based on my account balance, percentage of account balance. Now if I click OK, that should add this Expert Advisor to the chart. You can see the expiry date up here showing. That means that the installation was successful. Now when I run my TradingView alert, this should work with this version of the Expert Advisor. So let's go back to TradingView and resave this alert. I'm going to click save, open up MetaTrader, and there we go. This alert worked. You can see that the platform just opened up a buy position on Aussie dollar with the opening price of 75406, stop loss of 74 cents, take profit of 76 cents, and we have 0.07 volume, or around 7,000 units, which amounts to roughly 1% of a 10,000 US dollar account balance. So that will do it for the MetaTrader 5 setup guide for PineConnector. I will see you in the next video where we will test a bunch of different alert commands through the platform. Now, if any of this was confusing to you, do make sure to go to the PineConnector website and read through these setup guides. If you get any weird error codes, make sure to scroll to the bottom of the page, click on errors, and there should be a description for each error code that you might get. And of course, if you run into any problems that you can't solve yourself, make sure to send a message to the PineConnector support team by just clicking on this little message box here, and the team will help you with any problems you have. Anyway, I'll leave it there. Take care, best of luck with your trading, and I'll see you in the next lesson.